When you're a superstar, the spotlight is blinding, and it feels like everyone wants something from you. From die-hard fans to relentless criminals, the obsession with the rich and famous truly knows no bounds. And with this kind of attention, tight security is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity. Showbiz bodyguards are on duty 24 hours a day, living lives far from ordinary. There are also exciting aspects to the job, as each Hollywood protector has their own story, from elite security teams with private jets to celebrities who once became bodyguards themselves. Step into the world of the biggest and toughest celebrity bodyguards. But before we start, if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you'll always be updated with videos like this. Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is recognized as one of the greatest boxers in history. Because of this, it's no surprise that he surrounds himself with an impressive group of bodyguards. Despite being just 5'8", Mayweather still demanded extra protection. His security team is made up of tall and muscular men who not only guard him, but also perform various duties that go beyond the usual job of a bodyguard. This group is known as the Money Team. Being on this team takes more than basic guarding. You also need to meet Mayweather's high standards. One of the most important duties of his bodyguards is to protect not only Mayweather, but also his money. He frequently travels with large sums of cash, ranging from $60,000 to over $1 million. He usually puts it in duffel bags, and his bodyguards are responsible for taking care of it. When there's a dangerous situation, they don't just have to protect Mayweather, but probably also the safety of his money. Because of this, trust and loyalty are extremely important to Mayweather. He entrusts them not only with his wealth, but also with his life. Another noticeable characteristic of his bodyguards is their size and height. Even though it's not directly stated, it's clear that Mayweather prefers to be surrounded by tall people. For example, one of his bodyguards is 7 feet 1 inch tall, while another is 6 feet 7 inches. Even the shortest in the group is still 6 feet 1 inch. All of them need to maintain peak physical condition to keep up with the intense demands of their job. Their size and strength not only give them a commanding presence, but also serve as a deterrent to potential threats. Besides guarding, Mayweather's bodyguards must also be prepared for confrontations. According to reports, Mayweather uses specific words to activate his security team whenever there's tension. One example of this was during a press conference with Conor McGregor, where McGregor's bodyguards immediately stepped forward after Mayweather gave the order, which further escalated the situation. Such preparedness is vital to ensure his safety at major events. He is also accompanied by his bodyguards wherever he goes. While it's normal for famous people to have security, Mayweather has taken it to another level. He has 2 private jets, one for himself and the other for his bodyguards, to make sure they're always by his side. Aside from being protectors, they also serve as something like personal assistants. They're the ones who pick up his dry cleaning, buy food for him at any time of the day, and sometimes they even wipe the sweat off his forehead when he's sweating. Because of this, their job goes beyond being ordinary bodyguards, and often they're more like personal assistants who are ready to do anything for Floyd Mayweather. Also, one person in the group has a non-dangerous role and a unique title: the Jester. He's often the butt of jokes and teasing until another member makes a mistake, and then that person takes over that position. Tekashi 69. Tekashi 69 is a controversial rapper who has faced many challenges and security threats. He became known not only because of his music, but also because of his involvement with gangs. The case changed the trend. This move, known as informing or snitching, put him in great danger. Many feared those he informed on might retaliate and cause serious harm or worse. And despite these fears, up to now he has not experienced such a tragedy. This is largely because of the strict security measures he enforced. His bodyguards are considered among the best in the industry, providing him with continuous protection. 69 is also known for spending large sums on security. For example, on a 10-day trip to Los Angeles, he spent approximately $98,000 just for the services of bodyguards. When he was released from federal prison, he didn't hesitate to further strengthen his security. He hired the former head of Floyd Mayweather's security team to ensure his safety. According to these security experts themselves, it would cost millions of dollars to keep Tekashi safe just within the first year after his trial. The man on the left is Big Adam. Together, they're called the Great Wall. His imposing stature makes it clear no one can easily get past him, and his appearance alone makes him hard to approach. Because Tekashi cooperated with federal authorities during his trial, he became a target for people who considered his actions as betrayal. And even though he lives every day in fear for his own life and spends a huge amount on his security, he still remains distant from people. Because of this, he is able to hire some of the toughest and best bodyguards, a luxury that many in his situation cannot afford. And if not, the alternative would have been to stay in prison, where he would have faced a different kind of danger with no guarantee of safety. To maintain his security, Tekashi surrounds himself with armed guards who provide protection 24 hours a day. In Los Angeles, they always stayed with him to ensure nothing bad happened. Besides bodyguards, he uses 3 bulletproof SUVs, further boosting his security. Justin Bieber. Throughout Justin Bieber's career, various bodyguards have handled his safety in high-profile locations. One of the most well-known is Ryan Good, who started working with Bieber in 2009. Since then, he has always been by the singer's side at many events, helping to ensure his safety. Besides Ryan Good, Bieber hired several other bodyguards, particularly for tours and special events. These security experts are hired to protect from overly aggressive fans, paparazzi, and other unwanted attention. For those who followed the Bieber phenomenon in the early 2010s, it's easy to understand why he needed top-level security. His fan base was made up of some of the most obsessive and dedicated teenage fans. So even simply leaving the house became a challenge for a pop star. At a young age, he already had to be careful because of the flood of fans following his every move. By age 13, he had hired personal security to handle constant attention. At first, Bieber relied on a close friend as his bodyguard, hoping that would be enough to keep the overly enthusiastic fans at bay. He soon realized he needed more professional security. In 2012, Bieber hired Mikkel Arana, a former police officer from Miami, as the head of his security team. His experience and knowledge in handling large crowds greatly helped, as Bieber was often surrounded by them. Since joining the team, Arana has become an important part of maintaining the singer's safety, allowing him to focus on his career without worrying about security threats. Because of Justin Bieber's immense popularity, there have also been several notable incidents involving his bodyguards. But there's one lesson Canadian pop star Justin Bieber apparently never learned, even from his bodyguards. An unforgettable incident happened in 2013, when Bieber made headlines after his bodyguards carried him up the Great Wall of China. Although many were puzzled by what he did, it shows just how far his security team is willing to go for his comfort and safety. Over the years, Bieber learned to handle the pressures of fame. However, his bodyguards remain an important part of his life. Mikkel Arana, also known as Mickey, has stayed by his side through many challenges and successes. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift's security team is considered one of the best in the industry. Because she often attends National Football League games where she sits very close to ordinary people without a bodyguard, many people wonder how many are really watching over her at any given time. Here's what we know about her security detail and why it is considered the best in the field. Taylor has a whole group of bodyguards and they rotate every day. She has a whole group of bodyguards every day. However, sometimes videos of her bodyguards go viral because of their intense vigilance and alertness. Given Taylor's huge popularity and recent openness, it's likely her security is top-notch. According to an analyst, the cost of her security team could reach up to $3 million a year, especially if she's being guarded 24/7. Security is expensive not only because it keeps her safe, but also because she hires high-quality professional bodyguards who help her feel that her life is still normal despite her immense fame. A video recently taken by a fan shows how serious a security guard is in protecting Taylor Swift while she is performing. In the said video, you can see a male bodyguard following Taylor as she moves across the nearly 250-foot stage during her concert in Switzerland. His eyes stay on the crowd throughout the TikTok video, rarely glancing at Taylor, as he focuses on spotting potential threats from the audience. Still, the bodyguard matched every move Taylor made as if they were dancing together. This suggests that he already knows Taylor's choreography by heart, or he might be receiving instructions through an earpiece. While it's unclear how many bodyguards Taylor has, it's evident she's surrounded by many personnel, especially at football games, to keep her safe. It's very clear that his team takes their job seriously, and they understand that they are responsible for the safety of one of the most famous personalities in the world. Even her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, had a distinct encounter with her security team. One time, Travis put his hand on the back of a bodyguard to open the door for Taylor. And as one of the most famous football players, Travis isn't used to this level of security. Fortunately, Taylor's staff does a great job of keeping her safe. Thank you for watching. Zito. Charles Alfred Zito Jr., who was born on March 1, 1953, is an American actor, stuntman, celebrity bodyguard, and former member of an outlaw biker group. He gained fame as president of the New York Hells Angels chapter, but his career went much further. He became known in Hollywood for his martial arts skills. He was the son of a professional welterweight boxer and trained in self-defense from a young age. This early exposure to martial arts became the foundation of his future success. Being a celebrity bodyguard became a natural extension of Zito's brave personality and fighting skills. He provided security for some of the biggest names in Hollywood, such as Melissa Minnelli, Sin Penn, Charlie Sin, and Sylvester Stallone. Being Stallone's bodyguard, who played his iconic character Rocky, is proof of Zito's ability to protect high-profile personalities in the entertainment industry. Aside from being a bodyguard, his career as a stuntman also took off when he started working on movies like Year of the Dragon and The Rock. His unique abilities made him valuable on movie sets, allowing him to smoothly shift from bodyguard to stunt work. However, Zito's life changed again when, after 25 years as a member of the Hells Angels, he decided to leave the motorcycle club to pursue a career in acting. His start in the industry was tough. There were also rumors of a physical altercation with Bandham, known as a Hollywood tough guy. Aside from that, Zito also sued the television network FX, claiming that they took his ideas to create the hit series Sons of Anarchy, which revolves around an outlaw biker gang. Despite these controversies, Zito was still able to set aside the issues and continue with his career. Eventually, he even appeared in Sons of Anarchy himself as the character Frankie Diamond in the 5th season of the series. From guarding A-list celebrities to performing dangerous stunts and being a stuntman in popular television shows, Zito was able to make a name for himself in the entertainment industry. Drake. Drake's security team is known for their intimidating and intense presence. Based on many photos and videos over the years where they can be seen scolding and yelling at people, this reputation seems to be well-deserved. As a world-famous rapper, Drake requires top-tier security. His team is always ready, and he quickly adds more personnel, especially after incidents like fights in nightclubs. A major incident was his confrontation with Chris Brown in New York City. Drake is seen as a nice guy in rap, but those close to him reveal another side. In his song Pop Star, he even mentioned that his bodyguards don't look like ordinary people. Not like Kevin Costner, but real protectors. As one of the top-selling rap artists, nearly all of Drake's actions are highly publicized. For Aubrey Drake Graham, having the best security team is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Throughout his career, Drake has been involved in many feuds and conflicts with other artists, especially with Chris Brown. His public confrontations frequently make news around the time his songs are released. And because of his status, it's no surprise that he is always accompanied by a large group of bodyguards. According to some, his security entourage is almost as big as that of politicians. It's common to see Drake surrounded by 15, 20 big bodyguards, whether he's at a club or just walking around the city. And even though Drake seems to enjoy the spotlight, he and his team have ways to avoid unwanted attention from the media. One of their tactics is to shine strong flashlights at photographers to ruin the paparazzi's shots. As a result, photos of the Toronto rapper are often blurry or hidden. Still, some critics persist despite this tactic. However, his bodyguards have taken even more drastic actions, even blocking busy streets so Drake's car could pass easily. Sometimes they even yell at drivers who are just going about their daily commute. And in the end, at Drake's level of fame, maintaining distance and security is not just practical, it's the smartest thing to do. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo, the famous Portuguese football superstar, is known for his exceptional skills on the field. But outside the game, he is just as serious when it comes to his safety and privacy. To protect himself and his family, he has his own team of professional bodyguards. They are provided by his management company and are responsible for ensuring his security every day. Thanks to their work, Ronaldo can focus on his personal and professional life without worrying about threats or disturbances. For him, it's not just about his own safety, but also about his extended family who are close to his heart. When Ronaldo returned to Manchester United, he had to reassess certain aspects of his life, especially his security. He chose the twin brothers, Sergio and Jorge Ramalho, as his new bodyguards. Both of them are former members of the Portuguese Armed Forces, so they have the experience and discipline needed for this kind of job. They have another sibling in the same military unit. During their service, they gained experience protecting high-profile personalities in Portugal, such as politicians and Supreme Court judges. These twins come from a small town called Aneda, which is located about 2 hours from Lisbon, the capital of Portugal. They have actual combat experience after participating in missions in conflict zones abroad, and they were also part of elite commando units that joined the war on terror in Afghanistan. This unit was first formed back in 1962 in Angola. Because of their skill, discipline, and effectiveness at work, they became the perfect choice for Ronaldo's personal security team. And it is believed that they are almost always with Ronaldo wherever he goes. They provide protection every day to ensure the safety of the football star. Ronaldo says this setup isn't easy, but he gets along well with his bodyguards. And because he expects to have more children, he becomes even more careful when it comes to security, especially for his partner, Georgina Rodriguez, and their future child. Ronaldo's emphasis on security is not just for himself, but also for his family. The Ramalho twins are known for blending in while staying alert and vigilant. They react quickly and act instantly in possible danger. Because of their quiet but effective presence, there was a sense of security while balancing their public and private lives. Ronaldo has hired world-class security before. Even before, his bodyguards included a former mixed martial arts fighter and an elite paratrooper. Ronaldo is very serious when it comes to his personal security, and it's often even compared to the security of national leaders. With so many fans globally, he truly needs strong protection. When he travels, his soccer team is guarded by no less than 40 full-time bodyguards, and most of them are focused on protecting Ronaldo. An incident demonstrated how tight his security is. A fan tried to approach Ronaldo to take a selfie while he was entering a hotel in Spain, but the bodyguard stopped him before he got close. This shows how closely he is guarded at all times. His security team is led by Golcaco Salgado, a well-known Portuguese mixed martial arts star, and for many years he has been responsible for Ronaldo's safety and continues to accompany the football star wherever he goes. Ah,